I'm playing around with the new feature in Plex where you can add videos and stuff to your music libraries. This is a pretty cool feature, and I'm having pretty good success with it, so I just wanted to show you guys how it's working out for me. First thing you want to do is you want to enable local media assets. So in your server configuration, you got to go into server and agents, and then here on artists, you pick through each of these, make sure local media assets is up to the top. You drag this like that, make sure they're at the top and it's checked. It's a little washed out on my screen, but that's checked. I did it for all of them because I like having local assets for all of my media taken up first. Same for albums. Got local assets, it's checked. Plex Premium Music and so forth. For the purpose of this video, I've unchecked Vivo Music because it'll populate the screens with a whole lot of stuff that we just makes it cluttered. So just for now, I've unchecked Vivo and refreshed my libraries to get rid of those. The first album that I did here is this Red Hot Chili Peppers Greatest Hits, and this is an album that came with a CD and a DVD, but the DVD's got a different set of videos on it than the album has for songs. So the way that worked out is all the videos on the DVD wind up here. You can see that some of these are numbered and some of them are not, right? Aeroplane, Zephyr Song, these are not numbered because there's no corresponding song on the CD for that. And I'll show you how that works out when you're naming the files. But we got all the behind the scenes, we got the interviews and so on and so forth. Over here on the file system, I've ripped the CD and the DVD onto my computer, and you can see Under the Bridge has a song and a video. Give It Away has got a song and a video. See how those are named? The video is identically named to the song, except it's got -video. The ones that don't have corresponding songs, they've just been named appropriately. Aeroplane, so on and so forth. And then there's The Voices, that's not a song, that's an interview. I just gave it whatever name I wanted it to have, based usually what's on the cover of the CD. And those show up here like this. It's like I was showing you. Alright, so the songs are in there. Now, all the songs that have a number under them that were named, or all the videos that have a number that were named just like the song, also show up on the album. So here's Under the Bridge. This little icon indicates there's a video for that song. If I click that, I'll watch the video. If I click Under the Bridge, I'll hear the song. You can also add unrelated media. So for example, if I go up to Rush, I have the R30 DVD set, which doesn't have any songs on it per se. It's all video footage. The disc 1 is a concert and disc 2 is a bunch of live performances. So I ripped those out and I made them their own videos, right? So we've got Farewell to Kings, Circumstances. These are all from the R30 tour. And then there's also the R30 somewhere in here. There it is, the actual concert in Frankfurt. So there's no album for this, right? There isn't an album for this. So where do you put the videos? You put them wherever it works. It doesn't have to be in the album location. It's just got to be in an album location. And for me, I found it easiest to just throw them into the Rush from Vinyl first album. These are all the R30 videos here. Sorry about focus going in and out. Not sure why my screen's doing that. But some interviews, and then Farewell to Kings, Circumstances, so forth. And there's the R30 Live in Frankfurt. So the media shows up underneath the artist, even though it's not in the same album. This is the album for that has all those videos in it, and you see it's not that those videos don't pollute the actual album here. It just makes it so that Plex can find them. And then it puts them up underneath the artist. One other quick thing is that I saw Rush at the Shoreline Amphitheater and the Sleep Train Pavilion recently, and I took videos of those with my camera. So those are in the same place that I put all the R30 videos. It's just got to be in an album location. It doesn't have to be in the album location, right? So there's the Sleep Train Pavilion, there's the Shoreline Amphitheater. Naming convention, right? Pretty straightforward. You just make sure you've got, here's my media server here, music, Rush from vinyl. And then if you want the video to match a song, you name it the same as the song with something trailing it, interview, live. If it doesn't need to match a song, you name it whatever you want, but you still have to have dash live or dash video or interview or whatever. And then you just got to put it in with one of your albums, so you don't have to have an album for that stuff. Another example, Snakes and Arrows. I got the Snakes and Arrows DVD. It doesn't actually have, it's got some MP3s on it, but I didn't like the MP3 quality, so I actually pulled the audio out of their high quality audio videos. They're videos, but they don't do anything on screen. They just have high quality audio encoded in them. So those are 9624 FLACs. And then I also grabbed the Game of Snakes and Arrows behind the scenes video and dropped it in there. And so then that shows up in here. The Game of Snakes and Arrows is right there. And it's working out. I think it's pretty cool. It's a neat feature. I like how it's all gathered in here like this. And that's all you got to do. One thing you'll notice if you have a lot of videos, like these are all local videos, right? So I dropped them all in there and I hit refresh and they didn't immediately show up, and I started getting concerned and frustrated, and then a few minutes later they all showed up. So be patient, go get a coffee, hit the restroom or something while you're waiting for your videos to show up, but don't worry if it takes a minute for these to populate.